Hi everyone, this is Cindy, the crocheter, and I have you on the side, so I really don't know where to look on my camera to make me look right at you. It's July, holy Hannah, July was the last time I did a video, and I wanted to do one in August. Things came up in August, and then you know how time just rolls around. Oh, by the way, new scenery. More of me you get to see. This is my humble bedroom. I'm not a decor person, as you can see. I'm plain Jane. Love watching all the people that can decorate and have those ideas and stuff, but it ain't me. So yeah, last video you saw me was announcing the winner, and she has a video out of the winnings, as it was a mystery kind of thing. So I didn't know really what I wanted to put in there. And so this video is actually an update to let you know I'm still alive, I'm doing well. As you can see, my arms, you can tell I have no air conditioning on the driver's side, so I'm a little darker on one side. So what's been up with Cindy? I have been crocheting ever since I was in a Crow-Jo downfall for quite a while, and the meetup was a much needed meetup that I posted, and Karen and Darla posted a video too, and that kind of got me back on here and back to, oh, there's my Butterball Autumn, my cat and my daughter's cat. And so long story short, 2 bag-o-day patterns came out, whipped them out, they're done, but I'm in the midst of packing and cleaning all my stuff up for my, just, you know, when you get that I need to clean everything type thing. So everything is packed away, so I don't have really anything to show you, but I do have to say that I've been away since Wednesday, August the 19th. The restrictions opened up to visit my mom and my sister where they live up north. So we planned, me and my daughter, and we got out there as fast as we could. And so that's where I have been for the last 2 weeks, I would say. We came back 2 days ago. I just personally need to get that relaxation going in my legs and everything, and to be able to function. So it was a really good visit. For all of those who are new, which I welcome you, and all of those who are old, I welcome you, and in the in-betweens. Some of you may know, because I've talked about my family a lot, my sister 3 years ago, and she doesn't mind me telling her story. I don't tell personal stuff in that, but just the lowdown. She got a blood clot in her toe and leg, and it was kind of like a life or death situation. So she said whatever to do, whatever, and then that was before her mind went on her, and so she they amputated her left leg below the knee. And so we got good news 3 years later that they were going to come in to get a prosthetic leg, but unfortunately the people only had information of what she was like prior to having the operation, which was having a catheter in her still and not being able to stand or transfer without assistance of a Hoyer lift or a stand lift, which she no longer uses. She can transfer now with the aid of a pole, and when I take her shopping, if she wants to get something on the top shelf, she's physically able to push off her wheelchair and be able to put support on her right leg, and by grabbing hopefully the shelves are intact and be able to reach herself. So she's way much more independent than she was. But the people here in Winnipeg don't know that. So she has to go through, sadly, that process. But I have no doubts that once that all happens, she's on the way to do that. And also where they live, they only have like one handy van that travels to and from. Like, they live in a really small town, so they just go 10 minutes away to a semi-bigger town that they don't have Walmart, but they have an Extra Foods and a Co-op, and Tim Hortons was a big thing when it came to Swan River. And I'm talking about Manitoba, Canada. So that's where I live. And I hope you can all hear me because I'm in a distance. I am a loudspeaker, so I hope I don't blow anyone's ears out while I talk. Okay, so anyways, their handy vans are only, they don't run on weekends. They only run up to 5 p.m. So pretty much, it's sad because, you know, people mostly work during the day, and so you can't really get out to visit on the weekends and all that other stuff. So I kind of want to maybe go there and do the job and just do the evening shift, but who knows where I will be. But anyways, and then now with the epidemic, they shut everything down. And my mom does drive, but she's in her 70s, and you know, she can walk to and from, but hauling a wheelchair back and forth is quite a lot for a 70-year-old, I would think. And so when I go out there, that's when my sister gets to experience freedom, you know. And so when we were up there, we went all over the place. Sometimes we took the wheelchair shopping. Sometimes we just left the wheelchair and just drove around just to get a Tim Hortons and look at the horses, look at the gardens. And so it was very fun. Much needed, I think, for me as well and my daughter. But all good things have to come to an end. And so I wanted actually to post videos because when we went to Dauphin, Manitoba, they have a small Walmart. So think of your Walmarts that are huge. Well, this one probably could fit in just your food market aisle. So it looks like a normal Walmart with the food and everything, but their aisles are maybe like 1/4 of what your long candy aisle is or long yarn aisle. I love their yarn. Okay, I don't sleep with my yarn, but I'm using my new yarn. Oh, Hannah. Okay, this has my house code in it, but this generally has gonna be in another video of the yarn that I found at their Dauphin, Manitoba Walmart. I didn't think I would find much yarn because I was talking to a home care lady about any yarn that you can get, and she kind of just was like, no good stores. And so I was going in there not thinking I'd find anything, but they had yarn I don't have here in Winnipeg. The 2 Walmarts or 3 Walmarts that I never found. So I don't know if Darla or Karen know anything about the Walmarts near there. Maybe they have it at that type of Walmart, but I will show you in another video. And I do have another video. I just got to find the yarn that I bought at Red Apple. So that is what I'm doing. When I do another video, I will have more yarny things. But this is also an Annie crochet I'm going to combine as well. Oh, and when we were up there, we had to do masks mandatory about maybe the last few days we were there. When the first time we had to do masks, I never stepped out of my house for about 3 months. So I get, I've always had this When I walk, I get anxiety and all this other stuff, and then I kind of I hyperventilate. So I pretty much, and then you having to put that mask on, and I felt very restricted and very like, I can't do this. But you know, I love my sister dearly, that I want to do this for her because she doesn't get out. And so pretty much she found an aisle she liked, and then I already knew because I asked where the yarn aisle is, so I kind of dumped my sister so I could get my yarn, so the yarn could calm me down, and the yarn calmed me down because I was just, and then I guess I kind of hyperventilated again because it's yarns that I'm like, we have them here in Winnipeg, you know, and so I thought some of the yarn was like comfy cotton where we don't get that here. So yeah, so this will be my next video. So I'm heading at 11 minutes, so thank you for who all stayed to hear my little ramblings. I hope I made sense. I tend to go on rabbit trails and forget that, you know, I may say something and then I go off and then I lose my train of thought. So anyways, it was sunburn hell for me the beginning of August and the tail end of July, where I could not bend my knees. I was crying, and this is so funny because this is the time that I was like, I'm gonna put on lotion for myself so that I don't get the sunburns, because normally I'm like out there without sunburn, I know, or without suntan, sun lotion. This time I decided to put the suntan lotion on and everything all the time, and burnt like butter. Holy Hannah. But then I got to finish my summer with family. And now I believe tomorrow, because of the new cases and the masks became mandatory again, and there's no traveling up north again. So we kind of squeezed in. God gave us the time. Now God closed that door. So now I hope everyone who has it or who's going through that, it's not fun. I don't know what it's all about. I'm like your non-TV news person. So if you need to rely on news, I only watch Madonna Ballard's Yarny News. It's the only news I kind of really watch. But sometimes I watch it because like my daughter's going to high school, so I'm like, better kind of tune in to be, you know, with it a bit. Anyways, I think I started saying that I quit Annie's Caring Crochet. Not because I didn't like it. There was one or two issues that I thought was, I don't know, about their yarn. And then, but because of the, you know, money, I got to kind of weigh my wants and needs and all this other stuff. Like, I'm dying to try those big, huge anniversary cakes, but I was on a strict budget here, so I only bought kind of the amount of yarn I needed and in one color. So that was one thing I had to give up. So I do have one package to show you, and I decided I wanted to pick something randomly out of out of my basket that I showed in one video, and it happened to be the pet mat, and it's home decor yarn, but it was their yarn. I don't have the ball band, but I believe it said one mat would be just over 300 and something. So I do have another, like out of my own stash, home decor that I'm gonna make my cat one of the beds. So this is what it was. So this is the size. It used pretty much both yarns, and that is, I think it came to, I think they said 16 across length and 15 across. I can't remember, but it's a decent size for a small little dog. or a cat, I was thinking, so that's why. I like the color though. I do have an idea. I don't know if I'm going to donate this to the actual place because I don't know how the shipping is to just ship one item to the States. So, but I do have an idea who I'm going to give this to. And so, yeah. That is my One Annie's project I did. And you were left with a fair amount of yarn. And so I liked it. The only thing I would say, and I also did the spa set. I tried to do the soap bag, and then I tried to do the soap scrubbing, and I'm just using a pattern, and sometimes I'm still new at reading the pattern, so sometimes it goes a little wonky with me, and so that I read on my own and it looked good. I think I might have missed a few stitches going up the one side, but that's okay. But the other one was, I did the first face washcloth right. My second washcloth, I didn't go through a chain space. I went through this actual stitch. But for a person who doesn't know what they're kind of doing, you couldn't tell. Like I said, look, Kathy, look what I made. And she was like, oh, cool. It looks like the same as the other one. So I don't have it here because I wrapped it up as a gift for the person who looked after my little butterball you saw earlier walking in my video. And I just kind of made my own little spa package for my friend. And the thing I didn't care for about the yarn is if I'm donating something, I don't know really how to switch yarns where it looks nice and flowy. I kind of have to tie the knot type thing, clip the ends really good and try and mesh it into the stitch work. And so it happened to this kit that as much as I know you had to connect the two separate balls, I understood that one. But in one of them, they had like two of them on one yarn, like where it, I guess they had to reattach, and then later on they had to reattach again. And I don't know, I find if I'm donating something, I don't want them to look at the stuff and be like, oh, is this, you know, and then they try and snip it and then it all unravels. So that was my only one complaint. And so then I thought, okay, well, this is just one kit. And then I did the spa set, and there was Premier Cotton, and it was just like a 97 yards, and I found two in one ball, the knots. And so that's not why I'm quitting, but I don't know if you're donating it, I don't know. That's just my thing. So that was one of my Annie's complete, and then the second one. And so this one was waiting for me when I came home, and it is there. I'll just show you. I opened it and I thought, what a cool way to end it. It's fun. I definitely will make it and donate this. It has nice lime green, nice one. It's called a fiddle mat and cuff. So the blue is for the mat, and the green is for the cuff. And then they have little tiny balls there to add on to the mat. And I'll just show you what it is. Oops, maybe my lighting is bad, but there's the mat and there's the things. And if you could look closely, you can see little twirls, and then there's buttons on the thing, and then there's beads, and then bells. And you're thinking, well, I don't have all that stuff. Well, no need, because they got you covered. And you know what? It came with a hook, which I don't know if they all come with a hook, but I remember the pet mat asked for a $6.50, and when you first start, they don't give you that kind of needle. So I guess they maybe had complaints, or maybe they thought, well, let's just give them the hook size they need as well. But they always come with something like this. idea. So I don't know, maybe I could shake it down a bit. But yeah, so that's a fun kit. I will definitely do this. And oh, maybe in China. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But so that is my fun kit. I'm not going to open it right now, but it says on the corner that it's learning about Alzheimer's Association. So that's where those two items will end up going. And then I don't know if I showed you this, but that's the home decor one that I'm going to end up using the other mat for my cat. And I'm noticing I'm at 20 minutes, and so I hope for those of you who stayed, you know I'm live and I'm well and I'm doing good. I'm just a little nervous about getting my daughter back to school and all the instructions that I have to go through for her to understand. And you know, they have to enter a certain way. They're going on days this and this day, and then the rest they got to try and do it online. So good luck to all the parents out there. Awesome if you homeschool, so you don't have to worry about that. If it was an option for me to homeschool, I would, but my daughter likes the socialness of everything, which I understand. You're a teenager who wants to be stuck with parents in their apartment or home or whatever. So that's pretty much what happened to me in August and the end of July. And so, yeah, I'm doing well. I just was very busy. First part, I'm very pain. I have been doing, I want to do acquisitions first. My lovely sister bought me some stuff. Some are yarny stuff and some are not. She gifted me these, I don't know, these straw things. One is bendable, one is not. And then she gave me a brush to clean it. I thought that was neat. I'll get on the bandwagon of that. And then she ordered 2 books. She decided to gift me one. It comes with this little compass and a compass on here. And then a little bookmarker with an anchor. And I'm like, how cool is that? And you unwrap it. I wasn't expecting, of course, any of this from my sister. I did give her a carrying package. And all this paper is brownie, kind of brown papery bag type. That maybe if you get deli meat and you wrap it up in that type of material. And I thought that was cool. And it's a little thing where you can snap open and take the pictures out. And so she kind of gifted me that. And then the best thing I loved, well, I liked it all, was one of these things. I've seen them around, and people I saw made some of these, and she just handed it to me, and she was happy I had it. She gifted me one of these little babies. You don't know what these are. I knew right away what they were. It's when you ball your cake up, you have a spot to put it in. And so I've been using it nonstop while I was up there. And I've been doing a granny square blanket. And so I guess I can show you a little whip. But that's part of Bago Day's God's Eye Granny Square. I time myself on breaks and non-stop crocheting, and in total it does take me 2 hours and 1 minute to finish one if I continue on doing it at the speed. So yeah, so it was a cool gift. I love it. I thought of all those people who were dancing and crocheting. I'm like, now I could do that. No way. Anyways, it's been long enough. That's okay. I haven't been on for a while, so I had to get you caught up. And so that is what I'm doing on my life. I do have an Instagram if you're interested, but I can't remember my Instagram because I go on there checking things out and stuff, but it confuses me the heck. out of, it just confuses me, but I try and I'm learning. So anyways, I'm going to end that there. If you have any questions, because I was just so confusing for you, just ask me and I will answer through the comments. And I hope you all have a good weekend. Long weekend for Canada. I don't know if anyone else, I don't know if the States have a long weekend too. Sometimes we get the weekends and then they get one like few days, like the next weekend after. So for those who have a long weekend coming up, I hope it's a good one. I ain't going anywhere. I've had mine. I'm broke. I've got yarn. I've got a house apartment to clean up and everything. I got another video. If you love me still, come back to see my mystery Walmart yarn. Anyways, I'll just give you a hint. Lisa from Lisa's Crochet. I don't even know if, I think that might be just her whole name. But she's the one that always is. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? I forget what else she says. If you have a down day and you want to have a smile on your face, go to her. She's another fellow Canadian. And she has one of the yarns that I found at my yarn, are at Walmart. That she's currently working on a project with. So anyways, there's my hint. If you know what it is, if you kind of made it to the end and you caught my question, there's no prize or anything, but if you happen to know the yarn that Lisa from Lisa's Crochet is working on, that's 2 balls of yarn that I own now. Not the colorway, but yeah. Anyways, I'm mumbling, bumbling, jumbling. Love you all. Thank you.